Hello and welcome to another episode of College Collective, brought to you by Jibber Jabber. My name is Ibrahim.
And my name is Hassan, and this is a show where we talk about university life, problems, and just give our general advice.
Today we have a very special guest, our very first guest.
Yay!
Today we're going to be talking about online classes, and I know most of us, or I think all of us, had to deal with them last semester. It was like completely out of the blue, like out of nowhere. Semester was going perfectly fine, and then just boom, we had to go online, and it really sucked. Some people might have liked it. I know a lot of people did not like it. What are your takes on it, Hassan?
Yeah, everyone knows by this point, I don't think any part of the world was not affected. So Corona just hit and everything went upside down. And I know a lot of universities decided not to do exams, and I think that was a really nice choice. But ours, we had online classes and online tests and this whole virtual reality life kind of thing going on. So now we're here to discuss the differences between online classes and on campus and how we felt and what we liked and what we disliked and just our experiences. We have our great guest Norhan joined with us, and she's one of our classmates, and we believe she would have a lot to add on to the call. So I wanted to first start talking just about teaching styles and different professors and how it's been in like online classes and how it was when we were in university. So go on, Nurhan. How do you think it was?
Ibrahim already said that like the change was very like shocking, unexpected. But it's a huge difference. Honestly, I wasn't a big fan of online classes. It wasn't as interactive as like on-campus classes. Uh, Professors, it was harder to reach them through online classes. Even like speaking on Zoom calls, it wasn't too comfortable, at least from my side. I'm not
Right,
sure.
right.
Yeah,
Hmm.
what do
I
you think, guys?
I mean, I think what about you, Ibrahim? I'm pretty sure you hate online classes too, right?
I mean, I hate okay, I hate online classes too. I'll say that, but
Yeah.
about the people being comfortable on Zoom, okay, I'm gonna disagree there because I don't know, when we're in class, when it comes to asking questions and stuff, we have a few students asking
Right,
questions here and there.
right.
But when we went on the online call, like, I saw names of people pop up that I never even knew existed. Like, this
True.
comes out of
Yeah.
nowhere, asking question by question by question. And it just, I don't know, it was just such a drag. And I don't know, I think when people are behind the screen, they get, like, this next level confidence or something. And it really does, it's really annoying because some of their questions don't even make sense. Like it's just out of like completely random questions. I know we had a lot of that in our class. Yeah,
Yeah,
Hassan.
like exactly. So like Ibrahim said, we had students that were very quiet and shy in actual classes. So we'd be in university and these people would sit at the back and they might or might not focus and it wouldn't matter. It's only like six students answering always. And then somehow we go into online and there's like extra 12 people and each one asks the same question, one after the other. It's like the professor will say one thing, and then the next guy will be like, "Wait, could you repeat that?" And then the next guy will just repeat the sir's question, so where he has to reply to the answer again. Then the third guy will be like, "No, no, but you said the question like this, and this guy said the question like that. Is this the same?" And you're just there sitting like, "Bro, can we please move on?" uh,
Yeah,
so yes,
True.
students
True.
got way more comfortable
I'm
behind the
picking
screen.
up on that. Like when you have that string of
Right.
questions one by one, you lose focus in the class. Like Norhan was saying, it's not as interactive as well. So you're just sitting there in front of a laptop screen and you're just waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting, and people are asking these. I don't know. I'm not gonna say dumb, but just asking questions over and over again, and you're just on your phone, going through Instagram, going on WhatsApp, because there's nothing else you can do. Like
Yeah,
it gets really annoying.
it does. And these few people who ask questions and re-ask the questions, they take away the time for other students who have like a like
A
actual
legitimate
actual
question.
concern.
Right.
Yeah, an actual legitimate
Exactly.
questions. And then when it gets too much with the like the
Questions?
less intimate questions. I don't know if you understand me, but when
I'm getting it. Don't worry.
it gets awkward for
Right.
me. So now, like, should I keep dragging this conversation with like the professor about this topic, or should I just shut up? They asked way too many questions already.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. I think
Yeah.
it matters a lot with the professor too. I mean, we have like really sweet professors and few that are more uptight and strict. And the sweet professors, I think this is where the problem lies the most because they're just so nice. I don't know if the rest of the world relates with this and if other universities have as many nice professors, but we had quite a few professors that you could interrupt them and they'll be fine with it. And in between a talk, they'll be interrupted like 4 or 5 times. You know, you lose focus.
Yeah.
I think Ibrahim was talking about. Ibrahim loves scrolling on the Instagrams once he loses focus, and then he never comes back. Right?
I think you're talking about yourself there, mate. I'm not the one asking for notes after class. That's you.
that's
But now, but talking about nice professors and stuff. I know I really appreciate the professors that are not nice, that are more alpha. And like we had professors, like it reached a point where one of our professors was like, "Yo, when I'm teaching, I don't want any questions." He had to go. He went in his settings and he muted
yeah,
everyone. I think he muted the chat box as well.
Yeah.
And he said, "I don't want anyone asking a question until I'm done teaching." And that was so nice because you're staying level with the class and everything's making sense. And then when you want to take a break, the professor asks questions, and that's when you can go on your phone.
yeah,
And even the questions, when there's a question time, it's like 2 3 minutes only. So I don't know. I love professors that are a little more strict like that.
right.
What
Yeah.
do you think, Norhan?
Yeah. I completely agree because it gets a little too hectic when everyone can just open their mics and like say stuff.
Yeah,
You need a little bit of like rules and order on Zoom calls because it gets too hectic
true.
sometimes. Yeah.
I mean, like, naturally, it's supposed to be like the professor teaches, I don't know, for like 10, 20 minutes, he lectures, and then he open, not
Yeah.
even 10, like 7-ish minutes, and he's like, okay, open to questions, like, okay, go on, question. But then when he's teaching in those 7 minutes and he gets interrupted 5 times, you just lose focus. You don't want to get back to your book. You don't want to get off your phone, don't you think? Like, don't you guys get back, I mean, start scrolling social media or start doing something
Yeah.
else with your phone.
Of course. Of course.
Exactly. Like,
Many, many. Yeah. When these, even like when we said like questions start coming in, and when people keep dragging questions and re-asking questions, you just lose focus. You lose interest in the whole subject, and you're like, okay, whenever they finish,
exactly.
and then you just never leave your phone.
True. Uh,
Yeah, I know we mentioned in a previous call about, in a classroom you should have that confidence and ask a question,
right.
you know, coding before, because you gotta be smart enough to know how dumb you are at times, like I said. But then, you can't just ask questions for the sake of asking questions.
Yes.
I really feel like these people are just
Yeah, to
trolling.
be honest,
Honestly, with the questions they have and the way, the tone and everything, they're literally just trolling.
for real.
For
And again, some
sometimes
professors
I
are
just
too nice to see that.
no. Sometimes I felt like they're not focusing in class. They're just trying to show that they're focusing. So they're just trying to come up with any question to show the professor that they're there.
Yeah.
Those That
Yeah.
kind of thing.
There are
Definitely.
Yeah.
actually so many,
Definitely.
there's actually quite a few students that always do this. And actually, some of them, I know one of them in my mind, I remember he would be like this in classroom as well. But the difference is when it's in online, like so many students are trying to do it at the same time to where the professor is barely teaching. It feels like if it's a 2 hour class, half an hour of it went in him repeating his points over and over again. And like, just, it's way better if the professors have a rule and they stick by it. It doesn't matter as much in normal classes as much as it mattered in online classes. Don't you guys think?
Yes. Absolutely. I agree. 100%.
I think I might be the only one here that might say online classes aren't that bad. Because I know Ibrahim and Nurhan are both on the we hate it, burn it, destroy it, never again. But I
Definitely,
was
bro.
I was on the same. I was on the same, to be honest. But then I'm thinking about it and like just driving back to university. and waking up in the morning to drive. I'm just thinking about I'm sure I'm gonna once we go back, I'm gonna sit there in class and wish, damn, I wish I was in bed on my laptop listening to this class instead, you know?
I mean, the grass is always greener on the other side, but I'm sure, bro. When you come back to class, you're gonna be like, I don't know, I'm just being a clown because there's no way online classes are better, bro.
Yeah,
It was so bad. It was terrible.
I mean,
I
Do you
completely
okay?
agree with
Okay. The
Ibrahim.
worst. Okay. The worst part. We are the three of us are mechanical engineers.
right.
Okay, and as mechanical engineers, we have courses that have labs, and in these
Mhm.
labs, you have to perform experiments with different machines and stuff. And how do you do that when you're online and when you're at home and you can't do anything?
No, that's
That
true.
was that was
That's
terrible.
true. My point doesn't stand for on labs. 100% you need to go to campus for that. But I don't know, don't I'm pretty sure Nurhan would kind of relate. Like, don't you sometimes wish like, yo, I had a pillow in my class and then online classes happened and you basically took the class and brought it to your pillow. It's like amazing.
Okay, I am not gonna lie. I liked being in bed in class,
See?
like being online class, just sitting, chilling on my bed with my pillow.
For
It was
real.
so much fun. But the thing is, I 100% fell asleep every time that
There we
happened,
go.
which meant I learned nothing. So
I mean,
it's it's an advantage, but also a disadvantage because I'm not learning,
it
you
depends
know?
on yeah, you are right, but you also hack the system. So let me give you all a tip that I got from my smart friend here. And if you're actually smart, even if you fall asleep, you record the call. If the professor records it, then you're good to go already. But if not, you record the call and you can wake up and watch it later. And I think that's one of the best parts about online classes is you can sit down and rewatch the class episode, as like episodes and relearn the topic on your own time in your like whenever you're free. And I think that's actually a big advantage that online classes have over on campus. But I know for a fact Ibrahim is going to tell us about how
Listen. Okay.
you
Listen.
can't
Listen.
focus
Listen. Listen.
online
You won't need.
and
Listen. You won't need to record it if you're in the class engaged. With online classes, okay, the first week was really good. The second week was also really
right,
good, but
right.
that was like a honeymoon period. It lasted 2 weeks tops,
Yes,
and then you get into this zone. Even when you're recording classes, you get into this time where you record a class and you get a little lazy, you procrastinate, and then you record another class, and then it just starts to pile up, and it gets worse and worse and worse and worse,
yes,
and
yes,
that doesn't happen in normal semesters because you can't really be skipping class because if you skip class, you miss attendance, and if you miss attendance, you're gonna fail the course. So, I don't know.
I mean, you are right.
I mean, I guess for each their own. Like
True.
it depends. It depends on the person, but I don't know. I think most people would agree with me on this
No,
one.
honestly,
yes.
I'll agree with you too. And I think
Honestly,
Nurhan, yeah,
honestly,
go on,
like I agree with Ibrahim. You need much more
right,
motivation and drive to watch a recorded class
right. Then to
than attending a class in uni. Because yeah, I don't want to watch in my free time an hour of, I don't know, differentials.
that's it's
It's
actually really true.
you don't want to.
That's true.
So
Mhm.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, you guys are right. I'll admit to that too. Focusing in online classes and learning, overall learning, does feel like it goes down for sure. It's not comparable to a actual classroom and the methods that are already tested and shown to work.
Mhm.
Um,
yeah,
but then we have. I need
No, okay. Let's just bring something up. Okay, so we had these online classes last like spring semester that came all of a sudden, and it really like threw the professors off. So the experience wasn't that
right.
good.
mhm,
But then I know you and Nurhan, both of you had a summer semester where you both decided to take classes, and
yeah.
that was also online.
Hmm.
So I just want to ask, like, how was the difference there? Because now, as like opposed to spring, this time you had a whole time to like think about it, plan for it, and it was a lot more like you were mentally ready for it. So how was that experience,
I'll let
Nurhan?
Nurhan go first. Yeah.
I, okay, I found it much better than my spring courses because I knew exactly, because I was with the same professor in spring semester. I knew exactly how he teaches, so I was a bit prepared. And the class was much, much smaller. So my class with him during the spring semester had like 30 people. My class in the summer course was 6 people. So he really, really like spent time interacting with us, even through Zoom. It was much nicer. Still, the whole issue with the asking questions, like unnecessary questions, it didn't go away. It was
Rip,
still there,
rip.
but
I
it
can
was
imagine.
much less because instead of like 20 people asking unnecessary
It was
questions, it
two.
was like four, 5 people. So
Uh,
it was cool.
that's nice. Yeah, I think somewhat along the same lines, but my class wasn't as small, but the professor did have a huge effect. He did the best he could to help. So he would record everything, and he would basically give us the PowerPoint slides as well. He'd give us questions to practice. So it made it really easy and bearable. I think the part that made online classes very difficult was the professors that aren't that professional, or I mean, we mentioned this before, but professors that aren't that professional, it made a big difference in online classes compared to real life classes. Uh, I know we all have this one experience where we all took this class and the professor basically was missing. He wouldn't answer his emails, he wouldn't do anything except for pull up to give us a test, and that's it. And it would be really, really difficult. But yeah, I think me and Norhan got more time to understand and like get used to online classes. So I don't know. I mean, Norhan's view is still bad about it, but mine changed at that point. I know yours is still the same, right, Ibrahim?
Definitely.
You think it would have changed if you took
Definitely the
a summer
same.
course?
I don't think so. I didn't take a summer course based on the reason that's gonna be online, cause I can't deal with another online course. It really, I don't know. It doesn't work for me at all.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna
I really needed engagement in class if I want to learn.
True.
okay, to be fair, some courses it's kind of tolerable. I'll agree with Hassan, it's kind of tolerable, but some courses you just cannot do online
Yes.
courses.
Okay. That's it. I'm happy. That's
I think that's
that's
good. We'll agree to
yay.
disagree.
I'm happy.
There we go.
Yeah.
As long as I got you to admit to one thing, I'm happy. Yay.
But only like some, and it's not that many.
Right, right.
There
Now
we
I
go.
agree. Like the easy courses for
I'm gonna
sure.
walk away. I'm gonna walk away with this dub today.
Listen, okay? Listen. There is no dub here, okay? Let me tell you.
It's all right,
This
bro.
isn't a debate. So, oh, so
Fair point.
what's it called? Yeah, exactly. But 100% no maths courses. Do not take math courses online.
Yeah.
I think the
Yeah,
biggest help, because in the future it looks like we're gonna have both. I think if you're one of those people that I don't know has a side job or is doing more than just studying in university, online classes might be a good option for you. And you have to
Yeah.
be more dedicated. 100% like Nurhan said, it's way harder. You have to be way more dedicated. But then if you are living that life, then you're living that life, and online classes will help. Comparatively, if you're like us who want to focus on studying, then just normal classrooms will for sure be better. I think we can all agree on that, right?
Yeah.
yeah, we can agree
Yeah,
on
Yeah.
that.
okay.
Definitely.
Thank God.
I think there's a time and a place for when you need to have online classes, and that's definitely enough for us.
True.
I don't think so. But anyways, I'm glad we agreed on something at the end of this call.
So, you guys, just last few questions. You guys, would you, let's say at the next semester, we have 5 courses all of us are taking. How many would be online and you'd accept that? You'd be like, yeah, okay, this is good.
None. I mean, I'll let Norhan go first. You already know my answer to this.
What
What do
about
you
you,
think,
Nurhan?
Norhan?
I would tolerate only like two of them to be online.
Two of them? Yeah, I think honestly, the same. I think I'd go two, and we have Ibrahim with zero. So we got two, two, and zero.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could maybe be okay with one of the classes being online, the one that's more about like theory and stuff. But I don't
Mm.
know. I like going to campus and having that whole life, and I think we're gonna touch on that,
Uh,
because this is a long call. It's about a whole pandemic and everything. We have a lot more to
Right.
discuss. So we'll be talking about, on campus and exams and everything in a few other episodes of this call. So please tune in to that. Look out for
Yeah,
those.
exactly.
And
As Ibrahim
yeah,
saying, we there is a lot more to discuss, and we plan to have it in parts. We gotta still go over how exams went and how our social life is affected. But I think we'll call it for this one. So that's been a College Collective, the university online versus on campus, part one, with me, Ibrahim, and Norhan, our guest. Yay! Ooh, Norhan, the
our
guest.
special
Ooh,
guest.
Oh,
Nurhan, guest.
thank you.
Yay! And
All right. See you guys next
yeah,
week.
hope you all join us for the other two calls, especially the exams one and the social life one. Ibrahim
Please,
can't wait.
please comment below what you guys think about online classes.
Yeah,
Let us know. Let me know that I'm correct about this.
Ibrahim's one.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, guys, take care. See you.
See ya.
Bye.